there's a reality that exists where you get every single thing that you want out of life. And there's a formula for it. There is a plan. There is not just some guessing. It's not just about luck. Let me set you guys down here. It's not just about, oh, well, maybe this thing will come out of the woodwork or I'll win the lottery. That's not how it works. There is a couple things, and I like to think that I figured out the formula. I don't have everything I want out of life yet, but it's always levels that I'm working towards. And I have everything that I wanted when I started, and even more beyond that. And I'm working towards those next levels and those goals that I've set. So what is the formula? I'm going to reveal it right now. This is especially good for business owners or really just anybody that wants to create a level of abundance and wealth in their lives. So it's a couple things. The first thing is the abundance mindset. And this sounds super cliche because people talk about it all the time, and I'll be brief on this one, but it's basically just believing that you can do anything you want. Believing that everything is possible. I can sit here and be like, dude, I think I'm going to be a billionaire. I'm nowhere close right now. But I believe probably in the next decade that I have the potential to be a billionaire. And that is a future goal that I have because the level of wealth and abundance that comes into my personal life and my family's life from doing that is massive. That's a goal I have. And I know it's possible. So think about things on that level of that exists and other people do it. So I can also do it too. And even if something doesn't exist, it's still possible. I can still create it out of thin air. That is the potential that we exist with, and we all have that as humans, and that's the reality of the situation. So number one is the abundance mindset. The second thing is how we create the reality. Everything that we want to create, like let's say you sitting here right now, you make no money in business, you have $0 in business, but you want to have $1 million. Like you want to have made $1 million in sales in the next year. The reality that has to, or what has to happen is you need to think yourself into that place, that reality. And the first thing and way of doing it is envisioning it here. And I kind of hold like my hand above my head because it's almost like this thing that's outside us where you're almost creating this holographic vision that only exists in your mind. And you're just envisioning it. You're journaling about it. You're sketching it. This is what it looks like. That's why vision boards are so popular and also powerful. And that's what people talk about praying. You're creating this hologram that exists in not this dimension that's visible that we can see. And when that's solidified and exists, and then all your actions align towards it, this physical reality will start to bend itself to align with the hologram because that's where all your attention and all your energy is going. And the bigger the hologram is compared to the current reality, the more shit in your current reality will have to break and bend in order to get there. And that's not always all good stuff. A lot of times that's bad shit, or that's things that are breaking off and leaving. You know, people talk about, oh, my friends, you know, they cut me off when I started in business, but you stopped drinking, you stopped smoking, you started working out, you stopped going to the same bars, you stopped hanging out with friends that were distracting, you started a family, you started, working on your business, which is, multiple different interests, and then before you know it, you don't have those friendships anymore. Your reality physically starts to align with the hologram more and other people that have this same hologram, and then soon enough, boom, just like that, your physical reality snaps into place. So not to get too spiritual on you guys, but that is fundamentally how it works on that level. And the final thing is unreasonable. You need to be unreasonable. You need to work so hard and towards the hologram and the goals and the things that you have set up so that it would be so unreasonable for you to fail. Like, let's say you want to blow up on YouTube. If you posted 1,000 YouTube videos and improved one thing in every video, I'm sure you would grow. I'm sure you would get more followers. I'm sure it would work. You need to put in so many reps, so much action that it becomes so unreasonable for you to not have the things that you want to have, to not have the hologram that you have created. And if you do those three things, You think with that high level of abundance, you feed energy into this vision on a daily basis. And finally, you work so hard at it that it's unreasonable. It's very much impossible for you to not get much closer to the goal. Maybe you don't get it exactly, maybe it comes in a different shape or form than you had originally planned, but I can basically guarantee you're going to have almost exactly what you want if you just do those three things. And it might sound easy because I make it sound easy, and it's quite simple, but I wouldn't say it's easy because there's a lot of trials, tribulations, losses that you're going to have to go through along the way. The most important thing is just sticking the course and staying with it. And I'm not, okay, I say this in some of my videos, I'm not trying to be this motivational, emotional speaker. I'm genuinely just trying to document my thoughts, and it's really cool to look back on in 5 years. And I think at the same time, I can help some others, and my clients and just people in general that are in the space that I'm in would like some of the messages like this that I put out there. So I appreciate you guys watching the rant and the breakdown. There's a lot more coming. A lot more videos. So I'll see you in the next one.